You know, I always hear the stories of guys taking 20 years to restore a car. Well, this time I'm involved in it. We had a customer come to us 20 years ago, and it was just here for storage. Sat here for 10 years. He said, I'm gonna restore this car one day. 10 years later, we start on the car. Then life gets in the way, kids, college, work changes. We finally finished the car. So the car's been with us for almost 20 years. The guy's finally coming to see it today.
I got this car first in 1984. I was going to university, just finishing up last year, met a guy who had 3 XKs. He had a 150, a 140, and my 120. And he decided he wanted to sell them and buy something else. And so he offered it to me, and in a moment of haste, I bought it. At the same time, I'd graduated and I'd started working for a company that had offered to move me to Ontario. I was living in Vancouver, born and raised there. And so I thought, great, I'll put the car on the train and bring it out to Ontario. Thinking, of course, like a lot of people, that I would be able to work on it over time, that I might do the restoration myself. It wasn't in quite as good shape as I thought that it was when I bought it. It drove, and I drove it, but it clearly needed a lot of help. You know, I fiddled around with it a little bit, but clearly didn't make a lot of progress. Eventually, I decided really what I need to do is I need to give this to somebody who can really do the work on it. And so that's when I contacted Peter. In my mind, I wanted it to look like it had come out of the factory in Coventry in 1953.
Steve had various financial constraints over the years, and that's why it wasn't done in a very timely manner. But the other thing he underestimated was, one, the cost and the time. Secondly, is how many decisions need to be made when so many of the parts were missing. He had to decide where to get them, what pieces to get, reproduction, original, NOS. I mean, there was a vast array of decisions that really took some time.
Steve, how are you?
I'm great, Peter. How are you doing?
Good to see you.
It's really good to see you.
You didn't think this day would come, did you?
I didn't think this day would come. Over 30 years since I've owned it.
When Steve showed me the color chip that he wanted to paint the car, I really thought it was a mistake. But having said that, I always tell people, just pick the color that you like. You have to live with it for the next 5, 10, 20 years.
I remembered was you said, choose the color that you want.
Yeah.
You know, don't worry about anything else. Choose the color scheme that you think will be right. And this is an original color scheme. It's just you don't see very many of them in this color combination for the interior and the exterior.
Beautiful.
Oh, you guys did such a great job. Your team are real experts.
Oh, I appreciate it.
They do a fabulous job.
Yeah.
Well,
Ready to
thank
go
you.
for a drive?
Absolutely. Let's take it out.
So the last time you drove it is what?
1984. You know, really, the heavy lifting has happened in the last 5 years, but really, you started working on it in 2007.
Yep.
I couldn't have imagined how this car was going to turn out. You know, I had an image, sort of a dream in my head of what I hoped it would be.
Yep.
And what I hoped was that it would essentially look like a car that had just driven off the showroom in 1953. And here it is.
Pretty close, huh? Maybe even a little better.
I think it's better. I don't think the panel gaps and a lot of the other details were ever as good.
I mean, you think, 1953, it was a pretty sophisticated car.
It was, you know, double overhead camshaft, 7 bearings, aluminum head, twin carbs. It was a very sophisticated car for its time, and a heck of a value.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you would pay at least twice as much for an equivalent Aston Martin,
Ferrari,
maybe
or any of that.
3 times for a Ferrari. So it was what Lions and Jaguar were known for: style and performance.
So what do you think how it drives?
Oh,
It's tight, huh?
it's very tight. Yeah. I can't imagine it being any better, and I can't believe it's finished.
Well, it's really good to deliver the longest restoration in the history of Legendary Motorcar. It's about 20 years. We went through a shop, we went through various moves, we went through various additions, and it's really nice to see Steve finally pick up the car, drive it, and enjoy it.